So you down here in Atlanta, you know, Team Jahi Tucker on deck down here in the city, man. Shout out to New York City. You know what? You know, Jahi Tucker, 6 professional wins, 0 defeats, man. Top ranked fighter, doing big things in the business, on the rise. What bring y'all down to the ATL, man?
Just testing out different recipes, that's all.
Jahi said y'all was on tour.
I call it tour.
All right.
Thing, you gotta leave it, you know, you gotta leave the nest.
Yeah.
No, I go. Feel me? Move around.
Hey man, what I like about Jahi, you know, he's going in there and performing differently each and every time out.
Yeah.
From his very first fight, where he was just putting like 15 punch combinations together to selling in, you know what I'm saying, and really working over his opponent. You know what I'm saying? His defense is different. Like some of the things you do defensively, you can't teach.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when did you see that he was kind of gifted with being able to do things naturally that you didn't have to teach?
Everything's working. Everything's working. Everything's working. That's how it goes. You know, reflex you can't teach, and the knowledge of the fighter himself, you can't take that away from that. But everything is taught. You know, it's just ways to teach it, but it's really a freestyle. You know, and then it'll transfer over to what he does. I mean, so this is where you got, you know, more, you know, you always give him all the credit to go through all of that, but it's still, everything is still taught. Whether it's over freestyle, it's moving, you know, just having fun. Just bottom line, don't get hit.
Yeah, I see that,
Yeah.
but you know, when you teach, you got to have a good listener too.
Yeah,
and then with
right,
a good
my whole
listener,
point, right. That's where IQ and, like I said, the person himself, you can't. That's the part you can't teach, because you could tell somebody for years they'll never get it. And then you get him and he gets it.
Yeah.
So, but it's still long-term work. I mean, I ain't gonna skip and tell you no redemption.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's long-term work.
I mean, what we see on the outside,
Yeah.
we just see him splitting the ropes and going in there and performing. But you see everything else to lead up to that point.
Yeah.
You know, what it's been like for you, man? The way his performance has been, he's really catching the eye. What it's been like for you?
You know, you're around something every day, and then one day you just look over one day, and at that point it's not doing nothing. And that's where I get amazed.
Okay.
I just look at it. You understand? And you probably just walk in, just finish a 10-mile run walking, I look at it like, yo, goddamn, yo, we the truth. That's where I get it. And the ring is like, he's focused, he takes care of business.
Yeah.
You know, so you train for it. Fighting is the easy part for him. You can train there. You think it's become pretty easy for him.
Yeah.
So now the hard part is just to not get bored. You understand?
Yeah. He talked about the amount of rounds that y'all put in, man. He's been doing that for quite some time now.
Right. All that plays a part of it. You know, some days, you know, this person got his focus. Some days you gotta release and have your own focus. It's just everyday time.
Yeah.
Now we see him. By the way, I still love the 15-punch combination.
Yeah.
If you ask me. But at the same time, different ways to do things.
Yeah.
You know, if you stuck on where you never go past a lot of things that you're not seeing. So seeing them growing shows me, you know, what we expected, yes, but what you see, no. You know, what you expected, yes, but what you see, oh, that, you know, those little curves are living. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I could cushion the curve. You know what I mean? And then, you know, and then now, ultimately, it's just when. You understand? When are they ready to just say, we got to beat the champion? You know what I mean? But coming in the door, like I always said, I'd fight the champion now. Was I right? Not necessarily. Was I right? Yeah. But was I right? Not necessarily. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But I still think that we could beat the champion on the first fight. This would have been a harder fight. But as we grow, those fights make fighting the champion becomes extremely easy, which that's what we ultimately gonna want. You know what I'm saying? Making that championship fight extremely easy, and that's what I learned more of. And I mean, you know, as a fighter, they throughout the experiences. Then now they get both worlds. They get told, coached, learn on their own. So it's like, you know, when they group that together, they really the coach. You right?
Yeah.
To eventually, you know, it starts saying, nah, but we could do things a little bit different this way. So, you know, like I said, everything always comes down to giving them the credit, because, yo, shit, that was the one that put in that work. You feel me? Yeah.
So right now, I think for this year, you heading on your second fight, right, coming up? It's your second fight in 22?
Yeah, second fight.
Yeah, it's gonna be your second fight. So right now, do you even have a projection the way he's been performing and everything? Do y'all have a projection where you think you might get a top 15 name? Even the amount of fights he got right now.
Top 15 names should just come right away, man. They say if we talk about growing, learning and all of that, we need a top 15. I don't think it's going to do much good for them anyway. The top 15s go down like the top 100
exactly.
anyway. But, you know, there's certain things that they're going to do. I mean, but trying to stay ahead of all of that, that's it. You know what I'm saying? But do we need it? Yeah. I mean, boxing needs, not just us. I mean, look around. Niggas ain't fighting. We're not fighting anybody.
Yeah.
I mean, let's talk the truth. Most of these guys pick and choose guys that look like shit.
I was talking to somebody, I was like, the Joey Spencer train. I say, they're going to keep him far away from Jahi. Because Jahi give him his first L.
It only makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It makes sense for a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? And then again, it's the boxing, and then it's the boxing business. You start being in boxing, you understand the boxing business. And then you go along to get along because it just, you know, it makes sense. People understand. I could rush it to the top and say, yeah. That's not the boxing business.
Yeah.
Alright? That's not the business. The business is, listen, some of these guys gonna develop early, some of these guys gonna develop late.
Correct.
It's another part of it too. Right?
That's true.
So we could say Joey Spencer now won't give us a good fight. We don't know that 10 fights down the line.
Correct.
We don't know how hard he's going to work. We don't know what it's going to look like. But what we know is we're working hard. We work to fight a champion every time. We don't work to fight these guys. We're fighting the world champion every time we step in the ring. That's how it is. That's how we train. That's what we train for. That's it. So those other guys, you know what I mean? I just saw them. I was able to prepare. I saw them, but I'm always telling you the inside of the mind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're always train for world champion. We're not training for less. Right?
What's been his best fight in your opinion so far?
All of them. Every last one.
You didn't think, Charles Gardner trying to sneak punch him at the beginning of the bell, he slipped up on it so smooth.
The problem with Charles Gardner is with most of these guys that come in at that time, they see a young kid. They don't understand, like, they couldn't put together that for a young kid to be standing in front of him, he has to be something.
Correct.
This is where the disconnect is with everybody. You're thinking it's a young kid, but how did he get there?
Yeah.
Nobody just gonna take a young kid out and say, hey, you're going in the ring, you're gonna do good. You know what I mean? Something special had to be there. So walking in, understand, you're walking amongst greatness. You're not,
Yeah.
It's a matter of time. These guys, I was good. You tried that stupid shit. You understood that stupid shit.
It seemed like he thought Jahi was going to act his age if he presented him with the imminent, right away. You know what I'm saying? Give it to him quick.
But even if that was the case, that's playing against it because that's what kids like to get to it.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
if you start that shit, like I said, you did the right thing. You played right into his hand. Him being a kid, he's like a video game.
Yeah.
You're gonna get like what you see happen. You know what I'm saying? So if he's thinking he's a kid, then that wasn't smart because then kids if you was thinking that, you should be patient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody knows that with a kid, you gotta be patient. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then the only thing with that is you can't be some kids, yes, then other kids like him is just a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be patient, you're going to get beat up. If you want to not be patient, you're going to get just an all-around beat up. So you got to pick how you want to get beat up. That's what's going to happen. It's nothing that's going to happen. When you step in the ring, it's how you're going to get your ass. It's not if it's going to happen. Right? And walking in the door, we know this. Now, the fighting out's got to be smart to just go to the other side of the coin. That's where we're going. Right? Being smart. Right?
What do you know about Brian Norman, man? He's one of the star fighters on the rise down here in Atlanta, 23-0. He's fought on Showtime. He's handled his own down you know, when it was time for him to step into the ring and split the ropes. What you know about it?
We know he must be doing something.
Yeah. You box, his pop box, you know.
Yeah, I started boxing in box. Started like that. Then we was roofing. That's it. To be in it, 23 and on, must be doing something. Nobody gets there.
Yeah, true, absolutely.
No. I haven't seen it. Right?
Yeah. So what's your makeup of the welterweight division right now? You know, you have the names like, of course, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, then Keith Thurman just getting his win over Mario Barrios, who's a junior welter.
All food.
Who do you have winning between Ugas and Spence? Spence, okay.
Good fight with Spence, but
I think he's way more talented, you know. He's fought better opposition, per se. Okay.
Show me more. Plus, you know, like be biased sometimes, right? Everybody.
Yeah.
But I think outside of bias, he's the better fighter.
Okay.
But all of them fools. Ain't no mistakes. I'm telling you, y'all all fools.
I appreciate that. One of my favorite fighters is Terrence Crawford. I see him defeating Errol Spence if they ever fought. But, of course, we get tired of the same storyline, fantasy fight storylines, you know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, because there are good things. Listen, fight week, we don't know. Me, I got Spence.
Okay.
Me, I got Spence.
And the good thing about the old guard about to get up out of the welterweight division, and the new guard like Jahi, Virgil Ortiz, Ennis, and all them cats.
Don't count those guys out yet, man. Those guys are...
Oh, they had no what? They mid-30s, so depending on when they get the undisputed handling, I think they're gonna move up to 54.
Yeah, true. Or they could move up there, win, get bored when they come back down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We expect them. We expect y'all.
Any final words to your supporters out there, you know, out of NYC?
Supporters worldwide. Just thank you. Thank you guys. You know, recognizing that real things going on over here. You know what I'm saying?
We see it.
Yeah. Main thing. Thank you guys. You know what I mean? Always tune in. March 19th is fire. Alright? Shout out World Combat. Shalom. Prince. Everybody. The whole team that makes this happen. Antonio. Joe Harris. Tony over there. Harley over there. Everybody that's working. You know what I mean? Coach Terry. Everybody. Andre. Everybody that's there on a daily basis that's just feeding knowledge and just, you know what I mean? It's always a group thing. Every coach from back then till now. We appreciate y'all. That's including the fan too, because, you know, y'all be hard. So, good job.
Hey, much respect, man. Thanks for inviting me into your domain, man. Team Jahi Tucker on deck in the ATL, man. Look forward to seeing you spar tonight, and much success in your professional career.
All good.